all. Nearly Brosh, everyone.
Hey, everybody. Oh, I don't have a mic. Am I on? Hey. Hello, everybody. Before I get started, let's give it up for the amazing house band Rock Sugar and our performers, Jenna Payon and Neely Brosh. Yeah, now that's a way to kick things off. Thanks for coming out. That song was Pretty from a brand new project called simply Girl, the album, focusing on songs that empower girls, due out later in 2018. If you like that song, you can download it for free at girlthealbum.com. Stay tuned for more on that soon. Many thanks to Reverb.com for presenting the house band tonight. And opening for us earlier in the evening was the incredibly talented Sarah Longfield, who is hosted by Fishman. Wasn't she fantastic? Yeah. So welcome to the She Rocks Awards. Thanks for making it out tonight. I hope you're enjoying yourselves so far. My name is Laura B. Whitmore, and I'm the founder of the Women's International Music Network and the She Rocks Awards. Before we begin, I wanted to take a moment to acknowledge the previous inspiring She Rocks Awards honorees in our audience tonight. Any honorees in the house tonight, will you please stand up? Come on, I see you guys, yeah. These are some women who are kicking butt out there on a daily basis. Thank you. These past few months, women have stood in solidarity, rising to share their frustrations, their pain, their dreams, and their hopes. I feel like we are finally being heard. From the beginning, the She Rocks Awards has focused on bringing women together to share, to empower, and to enlighten, and tonight is no different. We must continue to build on the progress we have made, and the Women's International Music Network focuses on doing just that. As we advocate, educate, and inspire women in the music industry, we seek to bring women together to create a larger voice. I hope after this evening you will join us as we continue to create awareness and foster progress for women in all facets of music and audio. Yeah. Before we begin, I just want to mention our silent auction, which you can see a lot of the stuff outside. It's live here tonight. You can bid online right from your seat. Just go to 32auctions.com/SheRocksAwards2018, and you can bid right from your phone. The bidding closes at 9 tonight, and if you win something, you can bring it home with you. Proceeds from the auction help us to fund even more workshops, panels, our amazing website, our outreach. Plus, we're supporting the NAMM Foundation tonight, an organization that funds programs in music education. We also have a fabulous raffle tonight. We're raffling off a guitar that's signed by many of the honorees and performers tonight, so please buy raffle tickets. We'll be giving that away tonight. Okay, and now I'd like to introduce my co-host of tonight's She Rocks Awards, K-Rock's own Kat Corbett. Yeah, woo. Kat Corbett hosts the Los Angeles Midday Show and local music show, Locals Only, which has helped launch the careers of many exciting artists. She has a show on SiriusXM and has also worked on independent films in various positions, from producer and sound mixer to music supervisor. She's an author, an entrepreneur, and an exciting voice of the industry. Please welcome Kat Corbett.
Thank you. Thank you, Laura. I know we just started, and I'm going to get to this spiel in a second, but I have to tell you 3 cool things that happened backstage. I got to hang out with June Millington from Fanny, and she's cooler than everybody in this room. That was amazing. I got lost backstage with Exene Cervenka from X. Of course, I yelled, "Hello, Cleveland." The 2 of us, we had no idea what we were doing. And then just hanging out backstage with Shirley Manson of Garbage. I think we solved all the world's problems while we were there. So that's what's going on back there. I hope it comes out here. I am really excited to be here. This is a big chunk of my record collection, live and in person, so it's a real honor. These artists I think we can all identify with singing along to these artists in our own bedroom, you know, into the hairbrush kind of thing. So I always wanted to be at least, you know, a tenth as cool as these ladies. They're the posters on my wall, and they've come to life. So I'm thrilled to be here. Not everyone gets the opportunity to inspire others, and I think that's what sets these women apart. So thank you for the inspiration, ladies. All right, so now we're going to present the She Rocks Achiever Award to Vanessa Meering. I would like to introduce Brian Bradley, Senior Vice President and General Manager, America's Harman Professional Solutions. Brian.
Good evening. It's an honor to be here. I'm here to talk about one of our absolute stars at Harman, Vanessa Meering. Vanessa joined our team 3 years ago, having recently completed another 3-year stint at Line 6. Prior to that, she spent 10 years with M Audio and later Avid, creating global marketing programs for these legendary brands. Throughout her career, she's consistently created content and marketing messaging that not only promoted her employer's products, but more importantly, promoted the power of making music. And it was with this talent and experience that she joined us at Harman in 2015. She was originally hired to oversee marketing for our AKG brand, but we pretty quickly realized we'd underestimated her talent. And within about 8 months, we promoted her to take over the marketing strategy for our entire global retail and recording business. She's impressive, and we haven't looked back. We just finished a fiscal year where our retail business outperformed the total industry growth rate by more than double, and that is due in a large part to Vanessa's efforts. And while accomplishing all of that, and this is even more impressive, she also managed to find the time to lead the women's network at Harman and actively participate in our charity program. And I could stand here and list her accomplishments for the next 30 minutes, but for me, those are only a small part of why we're honoring her. For me, I'm standing up here tonight to recognize her incredible leadership qualities. And all you have to do is pick up any newspaper to see the one thing we don't have enough today is good leaders. Men, women, with the vision and ability to change things for the better. We all know good leader needs to embrace key competencies, knowledge, commitment, communication skills, optimism, a strong sense of duty. Vanessa clearly possesses all these traits, but Vanessa understands that the foundation of a great leader is character, including trustworthiness, honor, and courage. The best leaders draw on these qualities to influence others through inspiration, persuasion, trust, and loyalty. They do the right thing despite the costs and risks simply because it's the right thing to do, and that epitomizes Vanessa. And it's something I have the privilege to witness every day in action. And that is why Vanessa Meering rocks. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm truly honored to receive this award and be here with you all tonight, because for me, it's always been the people who make it great. As much as I'm fulfilled by empowering people to be creative, the relationships I've made while working in this industry will always have the most value to me. I want to start by thanking Adam Castillo, Kevin Walt, Jeff Berger, and the whole M Audio gang for igniting my passion for this industry, for inspiring me with the vision of a world where everyone can afford to make great music and have their voices heard, for giving me chance after chance to discover and practice what I'm good at, and for showing me what it means to play team. I also want to express my gratitude to my Harman family, especially Brian Bradley, Karam Call, Becky Barabas, Katie Templeman-Holmes, Andy Flint, and the rest of you who joined me here tonight. Thank you for giving me so many opportunities to stretch myself in my marketing career and beyond. It's an honor to lead the Women's Network on our campus and bring everyone together to expand opportunities for women. I'm so proud to be part of a company that values and elevates different perspectives. And thank you to my family for always supporting me in pursuing my interests, and to my husband Ian for believing in me and not letting me play small. I used to wish that I knew what I wanted to do in life from a really young age, but now I'm grateful that I got to discover my path with so many creative, talented, and inspiring people by my side. Thank you again to the Women's International Music Network for this honor and for bringing us all together to celebrate women in music.
All right. Oh my God, he's so tall. Hi. He's been a member of Steely Dan, the Doobie Brothers, and toured with countless top. I know, right? Oh my God. He's toured with countless top musicians. Here to introduce and inspire to the Inspire Award is longtime friend of our next honorees. Please welcome Mr. Skunk Baxter.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. It's a real honor to be here. Let's see what we got here. I'll tell you a little bit about this band. This band, Fanny, is comprised of 6 women, and they were active as a band between 1969 and 1975. The personnel: Jean Millington, her darling and wonderful sister, June Millington, Alice DeBure, Bree Darling, love that name, Patty Quattro, and Nikki Barkley, who can't be with us this evening, so we're going to honor 5 of the 6 folks in this band. And Jean is the only member of the band that's been in the band the whole time, and I kind of know a little bit about that, you know, what being in bands that morph like the Doobie Brothers and stuff. You never know who's on first, but what the hell, you know. And so between 1970 and 1974, Fanny released 5 albums on Warner Reprise, Casablanca Records, produced by luminaries like Richard Perry, Todd Rundgren, and Vinnie Porcia. They toured a lot. They went on the road, which, if any of you have been on the road, you know what that's like. Performed on national television, Dick Cavett, The Michael Douglas Show, Sonny and Cher, and of course my favorite, American Bandstand, and The Tonight Show. Now, in 1969, Fanny was the first all-girl band to be signed to a major record label to record a full-length LP. Now, for all you in the audience that are under the age of 30, LP means long-playing record. It's like my daughter came home one day and pulled out a Doobie Brothers album and said, "You can play both sides of this?" So anyway, but that means that this wasn't just a one-hit wonder, not doing a single, they were doing a full record. So in 1975, Fanny had their highest charting single, it was called Butter Boy, climbed to number 29 on the Billboard charts. Now, I'm going to quote something from David Bowie, so pardon my language, but I'm going to quote him because the man should be recognized for his own words. In 1999, David Bowie told Rolling Stone magazine, "One of the most important bands in American rock has been buried without a trace, and that is Fanny. They were one of the finest rock bands of their time, in and around 1973. They were extraordinary. They wrote everything. They played like motherfuckers. They were just colossal and wonderful. They're as important as anybody else who's ever been, ever. And it just wasn't their time. So revivify Fanny, and I will feel that my work is done." And that's a quote from David Bowie. You bet. Now, 3 of the members of Fanny, Bree, Jean, and June, regrouped in 2016 to release a new, I guess we call them projects now, of original music called Fanny Walked the Earth on Blue Land Records. And just a personal note, in 1971, when Steely Dan did their first gig at Under the Ice House, the opening act was Fanny. And we did our sound check, and I walked off stage, and all of a sudden I heard this music, and I went, "What's that?" And I turned around, and it was Fanny doing their sound check. And I just got to tell you something. I am chromosomally agnostic. I don't give a damn who you are or what you are. Either you cut the gig or you don't, in my world, especially in the world of studio musicians. These ladies are frightening. So it's my honor and my privilege to be here to honor these folks. So what happens next, girls? Here they are. Here they are.
Hi, thank you very much. I thank the Women's International Music Network for remembering Fanny and honoring us tonight. And I also want to thank, this is a long distance thank you, to someone who was really instrumental in the Fanny sound, which is Nikki Barkley, who was unable to be here tonight, as is Gene Millington. But thank you all for being here. Thanks.
Hi. I was blessed to be in 2 pioneering female bands among a lot of other ones along the way. At 14 and 16, my sister Susie and I had out our first record, which later got into a movie and TV shows. And later I joined up with Fanny to continue the Fanny legacy. In a buttoned-up, pigeonholed, rough era for female musicians, we all managed to kick down some doors. What a ride. So I thank the WIMN for this award and their continued support for women musicians. And I share this award also in honor of all the numerous musically gifted women I played with through many, many years, women who did not do gender and simply wanted to rock their music. This is for all of us. Thank you.
Hi, in 1966, June and Jean's and my teenage band became Fanny, and that led to my career, lifetime career as a musician, a professional musician and singer in the music business. It's the best job in the world. So thank you for the WIMN women for the recognition of what Fanny was able to accomplish in the 60s and 70s. Thank you, Marcy Kraft, for making this happen. Kirk Passage and Blue Lawn Records, Dave Darling, for another shot at the prize. And mostly thank you to my parents, Angie and Elmo, who encouraged their kids to hang out at the library, to choose a musical instrument, and to share. And tonight I'm happy to share the stage with my Fanny sisters, sharing our story and our experience to inspire and encourage all women, young, older, and in between any age, to follow your musical dreams. You got this. Thank you.
When I first switched to electric guitar from acoustic in a duo with Jean in 1965, and I'm sorry she can't be here tonight, but she is sending out vibes to you right now. It wasn't for sex, drugs, and rock and roll. We just wanted to make friends. And nothing else made that happen better and faster than music, which made us feel great. It was so liberating. Before women's studies, or centers, or feminism, or even role models. We stepped into our own frame. That was the dark ages for women in music, and there were darker times before that. We fought and practiced to get here. So thank you for celebrating us as pioneers and mirroring women who rocked. It confirms that we're all part of something much bigger than us. So, thank you.
I'll take jeans. All right, let's go! 2018, take that!
Right, you guys. Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you. To introduce our next feature, here's Kathy Carter Duncan, former She Rocks Awards honoree and co-founder and CEO of Seymour Duncan.
Thanks so much. I am not quite the same height. You know, it was a little over 50 years ago since Fanny was formed, and now June, Jean, and Bree have reunited to do this new project of theirs. It's called the Fanny Walk the Earth, due out in early of 2018. It's got an 11-track, all original LP, and shot with, quite frankly, the same courage, the rawness, and fearlessness as its original works. It will have some appearances by rock legends Sherry Curie, Kathy Valentine of the Go-Go's. I know, nice, huh? and Susan Hoffs, Vicki Peterson, and Debbie Peterson of the Bangles. So that's quite a project to put out. The band has put this special video together to share their new project, and join me as we get to watch a preview of it. Okay, thank you. Okay.
I'm not starving, but I'm kinda hungry. My heart beats. I'm not exactly dying. Kinda living is kinda dying. I don't feel like singing. I'm not flatlining. I still got a pulse. Not flying. Not good enough. Nothing's wrong. That ain't right. You don't hear me laughing. I'll be alone. Sorry for the pain. My change is gonna put you through. Lured away. Story is the same. Being good is nothing new. This dim lighting, it's a black hole. I'm coming to. Time to fully wake up. I gotta burn. Don't wanna give it up. Maybe I'll stop sleeping at night. It's fucking scary. I kinda like this. Nothing is normal. No problem with that. Got all these questions. I really like that. Now I feel like singing. I've been lured, yeah. Change on you. Lured away. Sorry for my change, but what it's gonna do to you. I've been lured. I'm taking all the blame. There's nothing that you did or didn't do. Lured away. Now everything is changed. 'Cause I've been lured, yeah. I'm not starving. I'm still kinda hungry. Kinda living. It's kinda dying. I didn't plan it. Damn it, oh man. Watch me flying. I'm lured. I swear if this was you, I would follow through. Lured away. If I were a better man, would I be lured like this? To begin with, lured is bigger than I am. There isn't anything that I can do. Lured away. If things remain the same, I'd be hating who I turned into. I've been lured.
All right, that was fantastic. Fanny Walk the Earth, the new project from some of the members of Fanny. How about that? It's still going strong, yeah. So the She Rocks Awards would not be possible without the generous support of our incredible sponsors. Many of you out there have supported us. So I want to give a huge wholehearted thanks to these wonderful companies. The Gretsch Company, Monster Energy, Martin Guitar, Seymour Duncan, Reverb.com, PRS Guitars, Sennheiser, Harman, Fishman, Roland and Boss, for good measure. Thank you. Guitar Center. Yeah. Daisy Rock Girl Guitars. Yeah. Casio. Schecter Guitars. NAM. Yeah, we like NAM. City National Bank. Personas. I know you're up there. Mac Cosmetics, who did our makeup tonight. Thank you, Mac. 108 Rockstar Guitars. Yay! Cirque du Soleil, and actually one of our auction items is some tickets to the show out here by Cirque du Soleil. The Music People. Cuccio, I know you guys all have Cuccio in your gift bags in there. Bitree, Paul Mitchell, hair, Sabian, Tech 21, Berkeley Online, and I hope I didn't forget anybody, and if I did, it is my humblest apologies. Zildjian, yes, I meant to say that, Zildjian. We love Zildjian. I live in Massachusetts. I drove by Zildjian the other day, and I thought, yeah. Thank you, Zildjian. And of course, last but not least, not ever least, our sisters at Sound Girls, who are doing the sound tonight for us, and teching. We love them. Please support Sound Girls. And how about our gift bags? You guys all got great gift bags. I want to thank the companies that donated all the fabulous items you have. I'm not going to list them all, but they're up there on one of these slides, I'm sure. Thank you for making this evening even more special. I'd like to also thank our media sponsors, including Parade Magazine, who is live streaming the show tonight on their Facebook. And you can actually go onto Parade Magazine's Facebook and share the stream, and then it'll be live on your page. That'd be awesome. I'd also like to thank musicnews.com, New Bay Media, including their titles Guitar World, Guitar Player, Bass Player, and Electronic Musician, Music Inc., and Upbeat Daily, Music and Sound Retailer, Guitar Girl Magazine, KVR Audio, and Gear Tech and Recording. Thank you, and thank you all the other media that are here for covering us tonight and sharing our message. And a very special thanks to the House of Blues for hosting us in this amazing room tonight, the real deal. And thank you to Mix One Audio for doing our video wall, how about that? Data Video for live streaming for us, and Classic Party Rentals for stepping up to make this evening so special. Our staff of helpers here tonight are all volunteers, so please thank them too. Thank you, volunteers. We couldn't have done it without you. And this year, I want to give a special thanks to my co-producer, the amazing Bonnie Galanter, who keeps me sane, keeps me from pulling all this hair out. Thank you so much. And of course, my amazing team, Tom Gilbert, Mickey Angeline, Leslie Buttnow, Melissa Dragic Cordero, and Sarah Command. Thank you all for helping so much. Don't forget to check out our auction, buy some raffle tickets, and now let's get on with the show. All right, you heard her play earlier this evening in our opening song, Pretty. I'd like to bring out our next presenter, an amazing guitarist who currently performs in Las Vegas with the Cirque du Soleil's Michael Jackson 1 show. Please welcome the fabulous Neely Brosh as she presents the She Rocks Vision Award.
As the founder and editor of the She Shreds magazine, the world's only print magazine dedicated to women who play guitar and bass, Fabi Reina is a passionate force in the industry. Her mission of sharing the stories of female guitarists and cultivating their presence in the industry has led to a thriving community both online and in print that celebrates women and guitar. As a guitarist myself, I truly appreciate her role in exposing players as strong contributors to music and culture. I am so pleased to be a part of honoring her here today. Please join me in congratulating Fabi Reina as we present her with the She Rocks Vision Award.
Hello. Thank you so much for having me. She Rocks Awards. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Fabi Reina. I'm a Mexican-born, queer-identifying guitarist, and I'm the founder and editor-in-chief of She Shreds magazine. It's really important for me to be up here right now. I feel really grateful for this opportunity to tell you a little bit about my story. I started playing guitar when I was 9 years old, and a few things that will forever stick out to me for the rest of my life are being a teenager, being a young girl, a Mexican girl guitarist, and entering a retail store and being the only girl there and feeling alone. Another thing was not knowing the history and the impact of women in music, really, until I was old enough to articulate those thoughts. I started playing at 9 years old, and it wasn't until I was 15 that I really realized that women play guitar. And I attended the Girls Rock Camp at that time, and it was thanks to their support and their encouragement to really believe in myself, that completely changed my life. And so when I decided to start this magazine, I was 19 years old. I was right out of high school, and I knew that there was something missing. The lack of visibility and the lack of representation in guitar media, almost caused me to not pursue my dream. And so I started this magazine with nothing but my love for music, and I made sure to remind myself all the time that why I'm doing this is to make sure that people don't feel like they're alone, and to make sure that that our industry, our guitar industry, knows that we've always been a part of the present and that we will forever continue to influence our industry's future. I do want to give a really huge thank you to our new and old partners, those who have truly believed in us since day one. Thanks to them, I can stand up here and tell you factual research that suggests that 50% of new guitar buyers of the past 5 years are women. And that feels really amazing to be up here and to be able to say that, to be able to tell you that truth. So whether you're a fan of music or an executive or an artist or a band, I want to encourage you to continue to question our industry and to continue to support artists and to really vocalize a future that you want to see, and so that we can continue to do what we're doing tonight, celebrating the voices of women in our everyday lives. It does not have to stay here. It can continue outside of this. So thank you so much for having me.
I want to be her when I grow up. Got it. Okay, so we're going to do the Champion Award next. And it is going to Carla Redding Andrews is the She-Rock Awards past recipient. And she's the Executive Vice President and CFO of the Gretsch Company. So, Dinah Gretsch.
Good evening. Thank you. It's such a personal honor for me to introduce a very special lady that I have so much love for and also so much respect, Carla Redding Andrews. At a time when women are finally getting long overdue respect in many male-dominated industries like music, isn't it iconic that we're here tonight to recognize the daughter whose father, the legendary King of Soul, Otis Redding, actually wrote the song Respect, the song that made Aretha Franklin a superstar. How cool is that? Carla and I met more than 20 years ago when we both worked together for the board of the Georgia Music Foundation. We hit it off right away and became instant friends because we shared four of the same passions. First is family. As you know, I'm from the Gretsch family, and Carla's from the Redding family. So basically, we've always supported our family and are there for them every day. The second is preserving legacies. Both of us believe in preserving the legacies of either our company or, as Carla, her father. The third is keeping dreams alive. And the fourth, and the one that's near and dear to my heart, is enriching children's lives through participation in music. That's what Carla and I basically believe in. Carla's mother, Zelma Redding, who just turned 75, and Carla calls her the Queen, started the Otis Redding Foundation in Macon, Georgia, over a decade ago. Carla serves as the executive director and together these two warm women worked tirelessly, and I mean tirelessly, to preserve the legacy of Otis Redding and to continue his passion of making sure kids of all ages are involved in music and education programs. Their foundation just continues to grow and get better and better, and includes the Otis Redding Center for Creative Arts, which provides music lessons to kids after school and every weekend, the annual Otis Redding Music Camp, and the foundation offers students who want to pursue their dreams in the field of music and the arts with scholarships and a lot of networking opportunities. And speaking of dreams, Carla's newest venture, her newest passion, is her role as the board chair for the Dream Academy, a charter school in Macon, Georgia, that will open this year and help students reach their full potential through a blended curriculum of music, arts, and academics. Way to go, Carla. You've worked long and hard to make your Dream Academy come true. When I think of all the women that Carla has influenced and the positive impact she has made in her community and our industry, I can't think of a woman more deserving of this award. I also think Otis Redding would be very proud of his daughter tonight. I'm sure he's looking down with that approval and giving her that famous happy smile. So please join me in celebrating my friend, Carla Wedding Andrews, with the She Rocks Award.
Wow. Good evening, everyone. I am truly humbled for this award. And if I seem shaky, it's because Diana and I both just got off a plane about 4 hours ago celebrating my father in New York City at the world-famous Apollo Theater, where, yes, we had a packed house last night as a fundraiser for the foundation, and Diana and Fred, the whole Gretsch family, are always in my corner, and I thank them for that. I'm truly humbled to be standing here in the presence of such amazing, inspiring women. To be included in this ongoing list of honorees is mind-blowing to me. And it never occurred to me that I would be standing here with all of you. As is probably true for so many of the award winners, we all live incredibly busy lives, working for causes that are near and dear to our hearts. The passion for me is education in music and the arts, a cause that my father, the legendary Otis Redding, was working hard before his short life. I'm the first woman in my family to continue this dream. After my father died in 1967, my mother, Zelma Redding, left widowed at the age of 25 with 3 young children with only a 9th grade education, but super street smart. My mother worked hard, learning everything there was to know about the music business, and most importantly, protecting the legacy of a man that she loved so dearly. My mother taught me early that it is women who are the driving force that making the dreams come true. You get knocked down, but you better get up. I surround myself around strong, passionate women like my friend Dinah Gretsch, and all the women honored tonight to keep me inspired, motivated, and lifted, that every dream we dream can and will be a reality. I thank you for this honor, and I am truly humbled to be standing on this stage. Thank you so much.
All right, that was awesome. Wow. Respect, yeah. Earlier this evening, I mentioned a new project, Girl, the album. It's an inspiring collection of girl empowerment songs written by myself and the fantastic Jenna Payon, who kicked it off for us tonight. Just recently, Jenna came to me with the beginnings of a song that we completed together. The end result was so powerful that I felt that it must be shared here tonight. And so I'm beyond excited to introduce the world premiere of the song Just a Girl, featuring our guests Jenna Payon, Sabrina Lentini, Laura Clapp, Brad Talinsky, and of course, Rock Sugar.
Just a girl who wants too much. The world won't give it to you. You can't learn to get by on just enough. I know, 'cause I'm just a girl. You're just a girl who talks too loud. The world won't listen to you. You can't learn to keep quiet, your voice turned down. I know, 'cause I'm just a girl. Like, don't you let them get the best of, try to make you change. Like a fire, burning brighter. Don't believe the words they say. You're just a girl who wants too much. The world won't be easy for you. You can't learn to give up or stop what you start. I know, 'cause I'm just a girl. Like, don't you let them get the best of, try to make you change. Like a fire, burning brighter. Don't believe the words they say. Just a girl, just a girl, I know, 'cause I'm just a girl. Like, just a girl, just a girl, I know, 'cause I'm just a girl. Like, give it to you. Don't you let them get the best of, try to make you change. Like a fire, burning brighter. Don't believe the words they say. You're just a girl who wants too much. The world is waiting for you. You're just a girl, and that's enough. I know, 'cause I'm just a girl. Like, I know, 'cause I'm just a girl. Like, I know, 'cause I'm just a girl like you.
All right, thank you so much. And now, Kat Corbett.
That was fantastic. How about this band here who have, they're kind of giving you a little taste, but I am confident you guys are just going to rip it later, and I'm looking forward to that. To help us present the She Rocks Powerhouse Award, we have Michael Amkrutz. He's the Executive Vice President, Merchandising and E-Commerce for Guitar Center. Who here has been in a Guitar Center? Oh my God. Michael.
raise this up a little bit. Thank you. Good evening, everybody. It's an honor to be here tonight. My name is Michael M. Kreutz, and I'm the Executive Vice President at Guitar Center, head merchant. Ambitious, trustworthy, fiercely competitive, and diligent are just a few of the qualities that I would use to describe Christy Porter. For the past 3 years, I've had the pleasure of working with Christy, and she continues to impress me with her work ethic and the attention she puts into finding the very best gear and accessories for our customers. At the age of 14, Christy Porter discovered her love of the guitar, and you can see evidence of this passion for music daily in the work she does at Guitar Center. Over the past 16 years, seeing Christy's aspirations turn into reality is evidence that a passion for something can foster success in that field. In Christy's case, it led to the opportunity to oversee one of the largest departments in the company, and she was subsequently selected as one of 20 people out of over 10,000 in our organization to join our Leadership Institute to develop for future growth. Christy is also a member of Guitar Center's Network for Women, which was created to celebrate the achievements of women within the company and heighten their visibility and opportunities for career advancement. With these things in mind, I think we can all agree that she's certainly deserving of this industry recognition here tonight. And it is my honor and distinct privilege to introduce to you Guitar Center's Director of General Accessories, Ms. Christy Porter.
Wow, what an honor. I'd like to thank Laura Whitmore and Bonnie Gallanter of the Women's International Network for putting this amazing event together and allowing me to be part of it. I'm proud to be surrounded by all of these talented and inspiring women. I'd also like to congratulate all of the women who are being celebrated here tonight for their contributions to the music industry. I'm honored to be recognized along with you. The music industry is a very unique industry to be in. It's driven by passionate and creative people, and I'm so grateful to be part of it. I've always had a passion for music. I love to be able to go to work every day and be in a position to help provide the products and tools musicians need to share their music with others. This year marks my 16th NAMM show, and I'm so proud to see it evolve to include more women on the show floor as exhibitors, buyers, artists, and industry professionals alike. Our talents, opinions, and ideas are respected and valued. We've come a long way, but there's still more to do. To all the future industry leaders in this room, I encourage you to set the highest goals possible and don't be afraid to put in the work to turn your dreams into reality. Don't let timidness keep you from embracing your inner strength. Embody the confidence you were born with so you can stand toe-to-toe with anyone, male or female, and be successful. Yeah, give it up for that. In closing, I would like to thank the Women's International Music Network, my mom and dad for their constant support, all of my mentors who have inspired and challenged me over the years. I'd also like to thank Guitar Center for not only believing in me, but for giving me the opportunity to shine. Last but not least, I'd like to thank my boss Remo for believing and supporting me, and a big thanks to my accessories team. I don't know what I would do without them. Thank you.
Hello. All right, we're mic challenged tonight. I don't know what to say. I brought Kat with me because we can.
And apparently the same height, so
yeah,
that's good.
We planned that because we thought it would be easier, but I don't know. Our next presenter gave one of the most inspiring speeches at last year's She Rocks Awards, and we're so thrilled she is here today to present our next award.
Please welcome the awesome lead singer and strong voice for women everywhere,
the incomparable Shirley Manson, as she presents the She Rocks Dreaming Out Loud Award.
Thank you so much, guys. Before I begin, I just want to thank everyone here tonight that paid for a ticket to support women in music. The statistics are still incredibly depressing, and so thank you so much for being allies. It does not go unnoticed, and it's just very exciting. So, without further ado, as Hunter Thompson once so famously quipped, the music business is a cruel and shallow money trench, a long plastic hallway where thieves and pimps run free and good men die like dogs. There's also a negative side. At a time in our culture where contemporary music is being treated as a commodity, sold much in the same way as the selling of a sausage, where successful commerce trumps artistry and stage-schooled kids dominate media platforms and music outlets, it's a true testament to the talent, the resilience, and cultural significance of our next award winner. She continues to forge a career in a world that is both competitive and ruthless, where memories are short and artist loyalty no longer exists. Musical careers last a brief 15 minutes at best, and you're only as good as your last hit. As a result, there are very few artists, male, female, and anyone in between for that matter, who can last the course. There are fewer still who have earned the kind of reputation, adoration, and respect as she does. Musician, singer, poet, visual artist, actor, iconic punk rock provocateur with a 40-year musical career at her back. Throughout the music community in California, her band is talked about in hallowed terms. They were rewarded an official certificate of recognition from the city of Los Angeles in acknowledgement of its contribution to Los Angeles music and culture. Indeed, her band X has made such a significant mark on American music in general that the Grammy Museum here in LA dedicated an entire exhibition to their career. Such is the city's love for this woman that she was invited to throw out a first pitch for the LA Dodgers. She accepted their invitation, by the way, threw a fastball down the middle. Women like this are thin on the ground. A long career, a career of integrity and authenticity, a career filled with righteous words that spoke and continue to speak for the rebels and the disenfranchised on the margins. Dear assembled guests, it's my great honor to introduce to you the 2018 recipient of the Dreaming Out Loud Award, to the immensely talented and disarmingly, surprisingly sweet Miss Exene Cervenka.
Oh, wow, thank you. Hey, thank you all very much, and thank you, Shirley. I love Shirley so much. I was lucky we got to tour with her and the band, and they're just fantastic. I had a little speech, but it's upside down. So I'm going to tell you, it is an honor to be here with all these great people. Oh, there it is. That's why it's upside down. Fanny, who I, when I was a kid, heard about, and everybody here tonight. It's just great. Yes, we did all that stuff last year. We did the Dodger game and the Grammy Museum and everything else that Shirley was mentioning. And I wanted to say that the Dreaming Out Loud Award, I didn't know what it meant, so I started thinking about my first dreams. And my very first dream was to be the first female baseball player. I wanted to be a pitcher for the Chicago White Sox. But I grew up in the 60s in Illinois, and there were no organized sports for girls. And I still thought I could do it. And the closest I came was my parents took me to Comiskey Park to see the White Sox play, and that was pretty amazing. Now we'll skip to when I came to LA, I met John Doe in 1976. And I didn't want to be in a band. It wasn't my intention. I just wanted to get out of, at that time, Florida. And so I, started hanging out with him, and then the X thing happened. So 40 years later, all that other good stuff happened, and here we are. But the thing that I want to say about that dream was when they said that they were going to honor us at Dodger Stadium for X Day, I asked if I could throw out the first pitch, but then I realized I wasn't 12 anymore. It was kind of hard, but I practiced and practiced and practiced until I got it really right. And it turns out that they were playing the White Sox that day, which is odd because they're not in the same league they shouldn't have played. They don't play them very much, right? So I thought that was kind of miraculous. But I want to say to all the women today, and the younger women that are going to see this on YouTube or whatever, is the main thing. People always ask me for advice, and the thing I have to say to women or anyone, anywhere they find themselves in the gender spectrum, is to put yourself first, to believe in yourself, to not let people tell you that you're being selfish because you want to rehearse and you want to stay home and write songs and you don't want to go out, and you're being selfish because you're not paying enough attention to your boyfriend, and why are your fans like, oh wow, well, you're pretty popular with your fans, and all the things that can happen. There's jealousy, there's animosity, but I think you can do all that. You can still, with love, put yourself first, and I think that's really important. I think women especially don't do that enough. Thanks. And I think if you do that, you will go a lot farther. Of course, you have to work really hard, and you have to be inspired, and you have to stay away from the negative emotions of fear, anger, resentment, rage, violence, bitterness, envy, and all those horrible things, because the divine feminine does not want to live in that body with those emotions. And so don't do that. So I still have dreams, and I think we all have dreams. They don't always come true. Sometimes they're very unrealistic. And I know now that my dream of becoming the first female pitcher in the major leagues is never going to happen because, let's face it, I'm just too old. But if I was 12, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Bye. And thank you, Henry.
All right, well, Exene Cervenka and X have inspired many performers over their 40-year career, and one of them is Alaska Reed of the band Alyeska. Yeah. Hailing originally from Montana, Alaska expertly blends noisy guitar-driven indie rock with delicate vocals and emotional storytelling. Here to perform the X song, Breathless, please welcome Alaska Reed.
Hey guys, so you'll have to watch me limp around because I sprained my ankle last night and I got tonsillitis, but I'm here. I'm excited. Okay, here we go. Now if you love me, then please don't tease. If I can hold you, then let me squeeze. My heart goes round and round. My love comes tumbling down, 'cause you leave me breathless. I shake all over and you know why. I'm sure it's love, honey, that's no lie. much, and thank you, Exene. It's such an honor to play a song that you sang amazingly in front of you. Also nerve-wracking, but mostly amazing.
All right, thank you, Alaska Reed. Thank you. Before we continue, I just wanted to remind you to please check out the silent auction before 9 p.m. and keep bidding at 32auctions.com/SheRocksAwards 2018. And please buy some raffle tickets. Everything helps fund all of our programs, and we give back. It's awesome. All right, so last year we were delighted to honor Carrie Keyes, the co-founder of Soundgirls and monitor engineer for Pearl Jam. Carrie is now on our board and has been a tireless force in the quest to bring more girls and women into the audio space. Please welcome Carrie Keyes as she presents the She Rocks Mad Skills Award.
While our industry is dominated by men, making it difficult often for women to rise to leadership roles, it is also an industry that is full of opportunities. Dawn Burr has seized on the opportunities presented to her, starting out over 17 years ago at Sennheiser as a temporary receptionist. Without a background in audio, she rose through the ranks and along the way sought out the people who would train her and invested in her own practical education. She spent time on the road with products in their natural habitat and learned the client's needs. And when she did not know something, she sought out mentors and always asked questions. One of the people she reached out to was Leslie Ann Jones of Skywalker Sound. Leslie remembers being struck by this blonde with a great laugh who knew everything about microphones and brown alcohol. If Leslie wants to know anything about a Neumann or a Sennheiser product, Dawn is her first call. Oftentimes, the role of the mentor and the mentee is reversed, as in the case for John Falcone, Senior Vice President of Professional Audio Solutions at Sennheiser. Dawn's passion, professionalism, and pursuit of excellence have made John a better person and a humble leader. He is in awe of the professional growth achieved by Dawn, and sees great things ahead for her at her career in Sennheiser. Dawn has managed to rise to the channel manager for Sennheiser's Business Solutions division, overseeing enterprise channel in the Americas and managing a product team and sales team. In her spare time, she obtained an MBA with Sennheiser's encouragement. Daniel Sennheiser, co-CEO of Sennheiser, believes Dawn is an exceptional role model for women in audio. She combines knowledge and experience to deliver outstanding results while creating lasting relationships. Dawn believes in the importance of women achieving leadership roles in the industry and knows how hard it is to be what you can't see. She knows that we have to be willing to set examples for the next generation and extend our hand to women and girls around us and help them see their potential. I consider Dawn a colleague, a friend, and an excellent role model for women. It's my great honor to present Dawn Burr.
Oh my gosh, thank you everyone. I am truly honored to be in the company of such amazing women tonight. Thank you, Laura and Bonnie. Thank you for your passion and dedication to She Rocks and the women. Thank you to our wonderful sound girls tonight for providing kick-ass audio for us and this amazing band tonight. Thank you. Congratulations to the women we are recognizing tonight. I am truly honored to be among you. I truly am. I want to start tonight by recognizing Sennheiser and the leadership that took a chance on me nearly 18 years ago. The passion within our company is really hard to overstate, and the passion I feel for what we do is crazy hard for me to overstate. I think I have the best job in the world, and I think I work for an amazing company. I don't wake up thinking, oh, I have to go to work. I wake up thinking, I get to go to work for Sennheiser. So I just want to say I'm a product of a nurturing entrepreneurial culture that recognizes the power of diversity. That is powerful everywhere, powerful in this industry. Thank you to the Sennheiser family so much. Thank you, John Falcone, Greg Beebe, Debbie Carlino, and Jeff Alexander. I am so very proud to be a member of the Sennheiser organization, and thank you for helping me be who I am today in this organization. Ladies, be good to each other. Support each other. Find your tribe and cherish them. When someone says, me too, reach out your hand to him or to her. Resist. We have to resist. Resist the negative currents swirling around us in every way that you can, whenever you can. Join thewomen.com and soundgirls.org and stop listening to that voice in your head that tells you that you aren't qualified, that you aren't smart enough, that you shouldn't apply for this or that job because you don't perfectly fit the qualifications. That voice is the old century, ladies. It's the old culture. It's the past. The future is female, and the future is in this audience tonight. I am so fortunate to have found a group of friends and mentors in the industry who deeply inspire me. Carrie Caius, what an amazing introduction. Thank you, Carrie. Of course, no introduction needed, but with Pearl Jam and co-founder of soundgirls.org. My dear friend Leslie Ann Jones of Skywalker Sound, who's mixing at a little show called the Grammys this weekend, so she can't be with us tonight. Samantha Pink, my dear friend, director at Jam Industries in the US. I am inspired by you constantly for years. Thank you. Karen Dunn, owner of KMD Productions, who's in the audience tonight. Gene Sternberg, co-founder and CEO of Sternberg Consulting. Susan Lipp, CEO of Full Compass. And Betty Bennett, CEO of Apogee. Thank you all. Thank you so much for being a part of my tribe. Thank you. Very quickly, I just want to say that my sister listening tonight from Texas, Courtney Rogers, she's the bravest and the best and the strongest woman I've ever known. She is amazing. Thank you so much to my family in Atlanta, my boys watching, Cliff, Coy, and Michael. I miss you. I wish you were here. And finally, to my rock and roll drummer, Darren Burr, thank you for always believing in me and being my biggest fan from day one. I love you more than there are words. Thank you, everybody, and have a great night. Thank you for this.
That was amazing. And now we're going to present the She Rocks Vanguard Award. Thank you. We should have awarded these things by height, because we could have just... Right? Because then we could gradually... I know. So here's what's happening. So the She Rocks Vanguard Award, I'm thrilled to welcome singer-songwriter Sarah Jaffe and actress and performer Ann Magnuson. Please welcome them to the stage.
Okay, I guess it's beauty before age.
No, that's backwards. That's you. Wow, I mean, this is incredible. Thank you so much to Cindy and Kate for having us. It's an unbelievable honor. I'm losing it right now inside. Being a woman in the music industry means having to endure the mind-numbing question, what's it like to be a woman in music? A few months ago, I had the honor of touring with Cindy Wilson. I watched her show every night with a giant grin on my face, grateful to be there, and wondering how many times she's heard this question in her career. There was really no point to me wondering this other than to try to further relate to someone that I've admired for so long. If you look at Kate and Cindy's career, if you listen to it from their 40-plus years in the B-52s to their solo work, to all the collaborations, it's absolutely impossible not to be astounded. When asked to present this award to Kate and Cindy, I first had to pinch myself. To distinct artists, to unapologetic pioneers who literally paved the way for me. Oh my God. Cindy Wilson and Kate Pierson, I'd like to thank you for your work, for your art, for your hustle, for your slick-ass style, for doing exactly what you came to do, to kick ass. It's my absolute honor to be here tonight. Anne, come on, girl.
All right. One of the benefits of being one of the olds is that I get to say I saw the B-52s play in 1978 at the infamous Mud Club opening. Woo! It was New York City, it was Halloween, and everyone in the band was wearing 1950s vintage bras and girdles. Yes, even the guys. Now, me and my friends already knew about the B-52s through the early DB Records single of Rock Lobster, and we were really excited to see these new wave merry pranksters from Athens, Georgia, live in the flesh. And with the bras and girdles, there was plenty of it. They liked the same things we liked: the ventures, thrift stores, lava lamps, beehive hairdos, and Kate and Cindy had the highest beehives I had seen since my 4th grade teachers in 1966. And although a lot of us were plugged into the same psychedelic socket, no one pulled it together as brilliantly as the B-52s. Their lyrics, hooks, and grooves were nothing short of radioactive genius. And they gave everyone permission to be silly, joyful, and optimistic. Kate and Cindy were like Star Trek goddesses crossed with the Ronettes and Yoko Ono, with a soupçon of John Waters thrown in. They were sexy, soulful, silly, smart, and watching these two Wonder Women on stage, I had the same reaction that Mama Cass had while watching Janis Joplin at Monterey Pop. I was lucky enough to become friends with the B-52s, especially Kate, and we had a lot of fun times together. And when AIDS took away so many of our mutual friends and family, we shared the unbearable grief together as well. Not long after Ricky Wilson's passing, when we felt we couldn't endure any more loss, the band released Rome, and the message was clear. Love life. Live life. Kate and Cindy inspired me and many women of my generation, as well as generations to follow. And whether it was in the B-52s or in their continuing solo work, these two amazing women never ceased to encourage and inspire all of us to roam if we want to dance this mess around, to have a good time on a crummy day, to throw divinity on the sand, to do the shy tuna, which I still don't know how to do. Can someone teach me that? Or the camel walk, and to get away from the static of Channel Z or Channel DC, and because, well, they sing it best. Something good will happen, and we can make it happen. Oh, and never be afraid to wear a wig. Kate Pierson, Cindy Wilson, come on down.
Oh, we get the award first. Speak later, award first. Yeah, can I put it here? Oh my God. It's heavy. I like an award, a heavy award. Oh, Kate and Cindy. These are the girls of the USA, the principal girls of the USA. So can you name them today? That was a song, 52 Girls, written by Ricky Wilson and Jeremy Ayers. It was on the B-side of our first single, Rock Lobster. And we are naming them today. Cindy and I have been in harmony and melody for 40 years, and as part of the B-52s, we created a utopia, a Georgia cloud land, where we merged our unconscious minds and created unusual and eccentric danceable songs.
Yes, we connected into the stream of, what is it? The stream of
the collective unconscious.
Yes. And it was magical. It really was. And I felt like we were in a very, very special kind of environment. Don't you think?
Well, our harmonies came naturally out of a collective jamming process.
And a little bit from like, it felt like it was from like the mountain tribe, you know, like Cherokees and...
Cherokees and angels and all those things. But to me, the thing about being a woman in rock was more about the sense of equality we felt, being in a more or less queer band. That we were able as a band to work together like a beehive where all of us were queens. We had a group mind.
We did, indeed. It was amazing and empowering, you know. And we were lucky enough to have the men in our group were open to us as women to be equals.
And we started by spontaneous, yes. We started by spontaneous combustion one night after jamming, fueled by flaming volcano drink, and our unusual configuration was set that night. I played keyboard, bass, and keyboards on the Farfisa organ and some guitar, and thanks, Kat, for the guitar lessons. Cindy played a mean tambourine and bongos. Keith kept the fierce beat on drums. Ricky played the engine that drove the band. His missing some strings, open-tuned, double-neck Mosrite guitar. And along with Fred, with his cowbell and signature vocal style, Cindy and I wailed on vocals, intertwining our harmonies and melodies with lyrics straight out of science fiction, rhyming lyrics that conjured volcanoes, pyramids, pink air.
It seems like it might have conjured up from outer space.
Well, pink poodles, fish and candy, rock lobsters, love shacks, aliens, of course. Yeah. And more importantly, we wrote together in our jamming process, picking out harmonies and melodies, collaging the songs together. I can't think of any other band with men and women together that had such a collaborative process. And
it was before its time, very modern.
And people would ask, who's the leader of the band? And we'd say, we have no leader. No leader. With our collective energy, we forged ahead with an abandoned sense of wild fun.
It was a hippie kind of collective.
Yes. It defied any sense of making it. And when we did make it, we made the most of it.
Yeah.
Fast forward 40 years, and we're still rocking out.
Yeah.
And we never stopped. And while trying also to make a difference with activism, to tell it like a TI is, for women's rights, animal rights, people's right to fight the powers that be.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Hell yeah. I think we avoided some kind of the pressure that women musicians did because we were an anomaly and they didn't know what to do with us. So they let us do our own thing. Because what sex were we really? When we first played Max's Kansas City on December 12th, 1977, some people thought we were drag queens or from England or maybe 53 miles west of Venus.
Yeah, I think it was, from a different planet.
Yeah. We were also a band with a sense of humor, and when we put on sky-high wigs and thrift store clothes, we weren't really trying to be glamorous or sexy. We were creating Cindy Sherman-type characters and playing with gender stereotypes.
It was thrift store chic.
Yes, and just having fun with it.
Yes.
And the wigs, oh, the wigs. Cindy and I also have solo careers that greatly expanded our horizons, taught us more songwriting skills and different ways of collaboration and creative independence. And Cindy is out touring right now.
Oh, you're so sweet to mention that.
Well, it's a big deal. I'm very proud of you.
Well, thank you, yeah. Change, I'm doing a solo album, hey.
And I'm working on my second solo record after Guitars and Microphones. And the B-52s are looking forward to our 40th anniversary with a kick-ass tour this year.
Yeah. We got it all going on.
Thanks so much for this honor and for all the most amazing women who continue to rock with the role. And here's to more women on the technical side, like Emily Lazar, the owner of our mastering studio, The Lodge. We need more women. Tracy Wormworth, our bass player, who's been with us almost 30 years.
Yeah.
Kat Dyson, who's rocking in the band, who's also played with the B-52s. And to the women who put on this shindig.
And everybody in the background, it's very important for women in higher places to help the musicians, you know, is so important.
We couldn't do it without all the technical support. And to all the other fabulous nominees today, Cindy and I are thrilled to be part of this. Thrilled.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, I just wanted to know if Shirley and Kate coordinated their hair color today. I did not get the memo. Hailing from Canada and stealing hearts worldwide, I'm so excited to introduce our next performers. Sarah and Charlotte Command are part of the She Rocks Awards family. Please join me in welcoming the Command Sisters.
Well done, ladies. Not too intimidating to do that in front of the band that's here. That was awesome. Command sisters, everybody. I just want to let you know that the silent auction that we had has just ended. So maybe your phone is blowing up right now. It's 32auctions.com/SheRockAwards. And if you check your phones, maybe you've won something right now. That's amazing. Not that I want you looking at your phones all night, but you can have this moment to do this. And you can pay by your phone, or you can do it at the checkout table and then take your winnings home tonight. So that's good news. All right, now to present the She Rocks Spirit Award to Candace Stewart. We have two forces of nature in the audio industry. Please welcome Capitol Studios Vice President and Studio Manager Paula Salvatore, and recording industry veteran and former president of the record plant, Roseman Cherney.
Many years ago, I met a young girl with a huge smile, a sparkle in her eye, and a big, beautiful mop of curly hair. She wanted to be a studio manager. So her brothers, Steve, Rick, and David, who all worked at the record plant, brought her down to meet me. Not only has Candace become a respected and successful studio executive, she is also a mentor, an advocate, and a nurturer to her staff. And for everyone that is fortunate enough to call her friend, she also throws a hell of a party. I'm thrilled to help and honor a woman that embodies the best of who we are, a woman of integrity, empathy, and kindness, not to mention the funniest person I know. I am so proud to call her my lifelong friend. And I'm now going to hand it over to my other lifelong friend, the Three Musketeers.
Yes. Thank you, Rose. Well, Candace, she's a force to be reckoned with. She's a true friend, a leader, a teacher, and a fellow studio maven.
I would say to any girl entering the industry, just learn the job. Be 150% of whatever you do, and get on with it, just like you guys did. So I just want to thank you so much for presenting this award to me, and I want to thank the Women's International Music Network for doing events like this and for putting a spotlight on women in the music industry. Thank you so very much.
See, Candace don't need no teleprompter. She's okay. All right, and now to present the She Rocks Excellent Award to Amberly Krause-Knox, Senior Director of Creative and Marketing for BMG Production Music, are Amberly's husband, Justin Knox, and her son, Lennon Knox. I'm gonna do this. That's for you.
Thank you.
Look up here. See that? Can you see that?
Oh, yes. Okay. My mom works very hard at her job, and being a mom, she is the best mom anyone could have. We love our mom, and she loves us every day. She rules as a wife. She gives us all we can as a mom. She rocks. She's Amberly Krause-Knox.
Enough said, I think. Thank you. Can you hold on to that? Yeah. I'll just shake. I'm shaking. I'm just gonna put this here. Wow. Okay. First and foremost, I'd like to thank the Women's International Music Network for this amazing honor. For Mitch Lieski, who's in the house tonight, for giving me my start, and for all of the amazing women. I'm totally overwhelmed. I have been blessed by given an amazing job in this music industry. I get to wake up every day and represent some of the world's best songwriters and composers and give those pieces of music to other people who give them a home in TV, film, commercials, and trailers. I can't describe to you all the feeling that I get in my soul when I see a beautiful piece of music land in one of these many facets of media.
It's exhilarating, it's body consuming, and it's a feeling of pure joy. It's like listening to music for the first time. I've always loved music, and it's completely fitting that I have the job I have today, because I've always had a theme song in my soul since the day I was born. I remember walking down the street, head held high, with Staying Alive, cruising in my soul. I remember getting my heart broken for the first time with Madonna's Crazy for You on repeat. Naive Melody by the Talking Heads playing when I looked across the room and saw my husband for the first time. John Lennon's Beautiful Boy playing when my son was born and who you just met. And A Dream is a Wish Your Heart Makes for the first time when I looked into my daughter's eyes. Music is a universal language that can mean something so different to so many people. It can inspire you, crush you, allow you to reflect, or make you want to jump out of your skin and cry. I want to thank the She Rocks Awards for recognizing the passion in people and recognizing their hard work. I'm not a celebrity, I'm just someone behind the scenes that absolutely loves music, and I love what I do. Also, I'd like to thank the women who rock in my life on a daily basis in my office, my village of women in the community, you know who you are. The talented Dupre women that taught me magic is everywhere. If you believe, and miracles will happen. The women who stand up and pioneer, as we've seen tonight, the road in music, you inspire us all on a daily, and I thank you for that. You allow me to wake up in the morning. And specifically, the one woman in my life that told me anything was possible from the very beginning. She taught me that being a woman is fucking amazing. She taught me that I could fly and succeed going down any path I chose. She has stood by me, been my rock, been my best friend, taught me how to fight for what I wanted and to appreciate life every day. She's a stage 4 ovarian cancer survivor, and she rocks more than anybody, and I love her, and she's my mom, Jeanette Dupre Kruger. Thank you so much.
All right. Hey, thanks. I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge our house band, Rock Sugar, featuring Divinity Rocks on bass, Kat Dyson on guitar, Jordan Elliott on keyboards, and Joy Williams on drums. They're bringing the funk to the house throughout the show. You may have seen some of them touring with Beyonce and many other top artists. They are awesome. So this is the time of the evening. If you've ever been to a She Rocks Awards, you'll know that there's a secret award. The secret award is so secret, it's not in the teleprompter, because I don't want the secret award recipient to know who she is. So, you know, every year I think about, wow, who has put in that extra effort? Who has put in their, not just their time, but their dedication? And this year's secret She Rocks Awards goes to a woman who is actually up here on stage with me right now. She spends a ridiculous amount of time prepping the music for this show. If you knew how many hours Divinity Rocks has spent making the show happen for you tonight. I love her. She inspires me. Her last album, I'm Possible, was all about what is possible within you. And so I'd like to present the Fearless She Rocks Awards to my friend, the amazing bass player, Divinity Rocks.
Oh my goodness! How cool is this? An award show for women, by women, run by women. The sound is run by women. This is so beautiful. This woman is amazing. Give it up for Laura. Yo. I mean, really, give it up for her. You guys aren't giving it up. Come on, let me hear you make some noise. This whole thing wouldn't happen without her. So thank you. Oh, this is so beautiful. I just really enjoy doing this. I love music so much. I really do. I love it with all my heart and soul, and I get to work with these incredible women. Kat Dyson, Joy Williams, Drin Elliott. These are, yo, they can play. Y'all gotta make some noise for the band! Yo, so just thank you. I hope you guys are having a great time. I hope you're drinking, tipping the bartenders, and yeah, rock on. I love you. I gotta go back to work.
You know, I don't know why, but I did that right before she has to play a song. So while she's getting ready, just please buy some raffle tickets. We got the amazing signed guitar, signed by many, many, many of this year's honorees and performers. And now, are you ready? All right. Performing Divinity Rock's song, Break Down These Walls, from her album, I'm Possible. Here are the incredible Rock Sugar and feature performer, Jenna Payon.
I just want to make it in the world today.
It takes everything I've got,
and I don't got nothing else to give.
Remember when I shut down, shut everybody out, constructed the concrete around me, they can't get in and I can't get out. Nobody can touch me to hurt me, but I would lash out, trap my fears and the darkness of doubt. I thought that you knew that I could feel so helpless. I couldn't stop it, I was sick, I was helpless. And we never talk about it, that's reckless. What a mess that ain't never got to me. When I dealt with the blame, I lived through the hurt and the shame. I was supposed to protect incredible band. You guys rock.
Awesome. All right, you guys, we have now gotten to the She Rock's Icon Award. Please welcome the 2017 She Rock Awards honoree and on-air host at 104.3 My FM and iHeartRadio, the fabulous Lisa Fox.
Not nervous at all. Hello, everybody. How you feeling tonight? Woohoo! House of Blues and the She Rocks Awards. I'm a little nervous because the Icon Award can only go to an icon. And I do believe that Melissa Etheridge, does that name sound familiar to anybody? Melissa Etheridge? Melissa, can you hear us? She's back there. It's like, oh my God, it's been so long since I've seen her. I love this woman, so I'm so happy to be here. And so we're wrapping up the end of the night, and I'm just so grateful to be up here with all this energy of all these great ladies in the house tonight, right? The ladies, can I hear you? And the men that came tonight, you're so brave. You're so brave. She's like, get me a drink. Okay, so I'll just start with my little words here on the paper to keep me from being especially nervous. But I'm so grateful that this lovely soul was born back in the day in Leavenworth, Kansas. Grateful that she picked up her guitar, her first guitar, back at the age of 8, to slowly discover, hey, I'm kind of good at this. I don't suck. I should kind of keep this thing going. And continued on her music career through high school and through college, to the Berklee College of Music. She began to discover, she got discovered at a bar in Pasadena by my old friend and her longtime manager, Bill Leopold. So shout out to Bill. If he's watching live online, we love him. And all that he did for Melissa, really just helping her to get that platform that she needed to really have her voice heard. And boy, did we hear it. Melissa, can you hear us? I want to make sure Melissa can hear us. Can she hear us? Can we hear? Of course, Bring Me Some Water was one of her first radio hits. That was like what kind of put her on the map, so to speak. Ain't It Heavy got her first Grammy. I Need to Wake Up got her from Inconvenient Truth, got her first Oscar. So we got a Grammy, we got an Oscar. That's pretty badass, right? And then, of course, the big radio hits where we really got to know each other back in the 90s when I was on the radio with Ryan Seacrest, and I'm the Only One, Come to My Window, songs we played all the time on the radio, and we're like, who is this badass lady? And it was like the time in radio where the Lilith Fair era was happening and women were kind of like a big deal. We're like, oh my gosh, Sarah McLachlan's put this whole thing together where women are gonna headline their own show, and people bought tickets and they sold out the damn Rose Bowl, and it was a really exciting time for women in music. And when we finally got to meet Melissa in person, what I love most about Melissa Etheridge as a human being is that she's so real, and she's so down to earth. She's so genuine, but she's also very present. You know, nowadays everyone's on their phones and not paying attention to a damn thing. And so most people, I'm like, hey, yeah, what are you doing Friday night? I'm gonna go to the House of Blues, the She Rocks Awards. They're like, oh, yeah. Oh, Melissa McCarthy, we love her. Yeah, call me later. I'm like, were you even listening? Melissa Etheridge. The Icon Award is what we're here for, and all these amazing ladies, of course, we've been here for all night tonight. So, but a real quick thing that I love about this moment, real quick for Melissa, because, you know, she does her tours, and she's a busy mom and a super devoted wife and a family gal and doing her thing, so she doesn't always have a chance to be roasted by her wife, who's here. Linda, can you maybe come out for a quick little second? Please say hello to Linda.
Thank you. Oh, right here. Hello. I didn't know there was a roasting involved.
No, just a quick, just a kind of more like a grilling, like a quick, easy, short, sweet.
We're just happy to be in a bar tonight and that we're not with the kids. How's that? Is
there
that
you go.
Good?
And I'd offer parenting for a hot little second. But also, Melissa, and I won't make you, put her on too much of a pedestal. But just give me a favorite thing that you love about Melissa as a partner, as a human being, and then maybe like one embarrassing story that we may not know. Go.
Well, I'm actually very lucky. Hi, you guys. Oh, Etheridge Nation is here. Hi, you guys. I said Etheridge Nation is here. Even knew. That's awesome. There you go. I'm very lucky that every day I wake up and there's music in our house, and she plays everything all the time. Not all the time. No, there's just music in our house all the time, and I'm lucky enough to, when I ask her to bring me water, I make her sing it.
There you go, right? I like that.
And can I just say, this is freaking amazing. These women back here in an all-girl band. This is like, seriously, I know, it's crazy, guys. There's women in music. Isn't that weird? This is awesome. It's just crazy. How am I doing?
You're doing great. No, you're doing fantastic. I want a hit of what you had. I'm kidding.
I bet you do.
All right, so I'm sure you would agree with me, Linda. The fact that Melissa has been a voice for numerous causes also over the years, a voice for our planet, a voice for those battling AIDS, a voice for the LGBT community. But for the most part, she's just a gal that is kicking ass in all aspects of life in the family sector.
Absolutely, and the only thing that ever makes her angry is when her Kansas City Chiefs lose. So.
Oh, sorry about the Chiefs. Yeah, there's that. There's that. But what we love about Melissa Etheridge, there's so many things. We could go on and on, but I know we're going to wrap it up and have some cocktails and have a good time at the end of the night. But I did kind of write it down because I want to make sure that we know. And know for sure, loud and proud, that Melissa Etheridge kicks ass on stage, kicks half on behalf of others and all the causes that she's so passionate about. Kicks ass.
Before you end,
yes.
I just want, Melissa talks about this one a lot. She's badass, and you are one of the very first women that, in radio, that said to my wife, yeah, damn it, you're so thank you.
You can't flip it on me, girl.
Yes, I
No.
can.
I do love that lady. So, well, here's the thing is I think that we can all agree with is that genuine people know genuine people when you meet them. And that's what I truly love about Melissa Etheridge. She kicks ass in all aspects of her life. She kicked cancer's ass. Remember that one? She is an icon in every sense of the word. So I want to hear it loud and proud because I'm not the only one who'd walk across the fire for her. We all would. Give it up for Melissa Etheridge.
Oh, thank you, Lisa Fox. Look at that. Woo! Come on. Yeah. Say yeah. Oh. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Thank you. What a pleasure. What a cool thing. You know, she rocks. It's funny. People are asking a lot of questions about women these days. And, you know, they come up and they say, well, you know, did you guys ever have any trouble, you know, in rock and roll, you know? I said, like, there wasn't enough of us to have trouble. It was like, you know. But I got to tell you, even though it has been next to impossible being a woman in the music business, we have succeeded and we have infiltrated every aspect of the music industry. We play the guitars and we rock. We play the drums and we rock. We work at the record companies and we rock. We discover the artists and we rock and we move on, and we are a force to be reckoned with. And I am so proud to be among all the wonderful women tonight making music because, you know, thank you. Being a woman in rock and roll, I remember, of course I remember when, back in the 80s when I would go out with my record rep and we'd go to the radio stations and they'd go, oh, I'm sorry, but we're already playing a woman. I'm not kidding you, this is 1988. And then the floodgates opened and it was like everyone, all of a sudden it's all Lilith there and everything. So it was a good time to kick some doors down, and we just keep doing it, and we keep doing it over and over. And I'm so honored to be with so many of the other artists that are here tonight and getting awards. And the B-52s, I love some Kate. I love those, you know, just the music that I grew up with. So I'm here to tell you, women write music, women sing music, women play music, and you know. She rocks. Thank you so much.
to perform Melissa Etheridge's Grammy Award-winning song is singer-songwriter and touring multi-instrumentalist, Laura Clapp. Let's clap for Laura Clapp, yeah. She's awesome. All right, here we go.
What's up, y'all? Yeah, no pressure, right? All right, ladies, you ready? Oh, yeah. Come to my window, crawl inside, wait by the light of the moon. Come to my window, I'll be home soon. Thank you, and thank you, Melissa Etheridge. I love you.
For a clap. We have one more very special award to share with you, but before we do, I want to just take a moment to thank you all for joining us tonight And I especially want to thank all the crew here at the House of Blues and our engineers from Sound Girls, the whole crew. Takes a village, right? Yeah, so please join our mailing list at thewomen.com to keep up with even more events, more interviews, more news, and our continued efforts to advocate for women in music. Yeah, and don't forget to pick up your stuff from the silent auction if you won stuff. We don't want to take it home. You guys take it home, yeah. Anyhow, I think I'm supposed to pick the raffle winner, but I don't have the raffle tickets, so maybe we'll keep going and I'll do it after the next one. So here's Kat.
Thank you. Okay, you guys, so here we are. We're getting to the very first She Rocks Awards honorees when this journey began. And she's a huge supporter of girls and women in music. Here to share some thoughts about our next honoree, Tish Ciravolo from Daisy Rock Girl Guitars.
Hi. Hello and welcome. Before I begin, I want to report that unfortunately, Pat Benatar cannot be with us tonight because she has the flu. She deeply regrets not being able to be here to share in this inspiring moment. I'm gonna cry. The flu has just been devastating this year, as we all know, and we want to wish her a speedy recovery. Well, let's get on. Pat Benatar has been an inspiration to girls for decades. How many of you pulled out that hairbrush and sang, "Love is a battlefield"? I know I wasn't the only one. I know she was born in New York. Pat had the bug from the very beginning. Her quote was, "My dream was to be the singer in a rockin' band like Robert Plant was to Led Zeppelin or Lou Gramm to Foreigner," she wrote in her 2010 memoir, Between a Rock and a Hard Place. She released her debut album in the heat of the night in 1979, and the record was a smash success that included her first two monster hit singles, Heartbreaker and I Need a Lover. A year later, Pat confirmed her status as a rock and roll icon with her second album, Crimes of Passion. With her three big hit singles, Hit Me With Your Best Shot, Treat Me Right, and You Better Run, the record went platinum immediately. As the decade continued, Benatar's career only grew. There are more albums and further popular songs like Love is a Battlefield and We Belong. I'm sorry, I'm not doing it justice at all. Pat Benatar has inspired countless girls and women to stand up for themselves, to dream big, to go for it. I am truly humbled to honor this inspiring performer with the She Rocks Legend Award. Please join me in celebrating Pat and wishing her a speedy recovery. Yeah, they're not in there.
Oh no, we don't have the words from Pat.
I'm not giving it away, by the way. No, I'm sorry.
So Pat wrote some words for us, and somehow they didn't make it into the teleprompter, which I don't know how that happened. So we'll read them to you in a minute. Okay. Well, Pat was really terribly sorry she couldn't be here tonight. She has not only the flu but bronchitis, and she's been laid up in kind of a bad way. So we're really praying for her and hoping that she's feeling better really soon. Oh, here we go. Can I read that? Okay, here we go. Here's what Pat said. "I'm so sorry that I can't be with you all tonight. The flu and bronchitis have laid me low." Can you see me? "Congratulations to all the amazing women who are participating in the She Rocks Awards. I'm truly humbled and honored to be receiving this award. The past 38 years have been an incredible adventure, and thank you for coming along for the ride." So thank you. All right. Thanks, Tish. Just take that. Yeah. Okay. And now, in honor of Pat, I'd like to introduce a finalist on American Idol Season 15 and a solo artist on Songbird Records and a Daisy Rock artist. Please welcome our next performer, the incredibly talented Olivia Rocks.
Hey everybody. So I am so grateful to be honoring Pat Benatar today, one of my all-time idols. She is so amazing. And I'm going to do her song, Invincible.
is a mystery. This sudden darkness fills the air. What we waiting for? Won't anybody help us? What we waiting for? We can't afford to be innocent, so stand up and face the enemy. It's a do or die situation. We will be invincible. Shattered dream can't justify. We're gonna scream till we're satisfied. We'll be running far. We've got the right to be angry. We'll be running far. There's nowhere left to run to anymore. We can't afford to be innocent. Stand up and face the enemy. It's a do or die situation. We'll be invincible. And with conviction, there is no sacrifice. It's a do or die situation. We will be invincible. What we waiting for? We've got the right to be angry. What we running for? When there's nowhere left to run to anymore. We can't afford to be innocent. Stand up and face the enemy. It's a do or die situation. We will be invincible. Cause we will be invincible. You feeling invincible tonight, She-Rocks? Oh, let me hear you screaming louder than that. Are you feeling invincible tonight, She-Rocks? All right, I want to hear you guys sing this one along with me. This one final time. You guys ready? All right. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Thank you.
Okay, well, we've got to give this guitar away to one of our raffle winners, and I think, oh, where'd she go? I was gonna have Olivia pick the ticket. Let's have Divinity Rocks pick the winning ticket. Okay. You must be here to win. Got my pink bucket. Okay, got your ticket numbers out? It's ticket number 570793. Anybody out there with 793? Scream really loud. No? No 793? All right, we're gonna pick one more. Going once, 793. No, okay.
Let Olivia pick it.
Olivia.
All right. Got two there.
Okay. 470825. 825. Is there an 825? Yeah, someone's got it? All right, you don't have to come up. Just hang on to your ticket. 825. We will see you after, okay? Thank you so much for supporting us. All right. Thank you, everyone, for joining us tonight. Please visit our website, join our mailing list, become part of the conversation at thewomen.com. And now to close out the show, many of tonight's honorees are here to join me to perform the song Respect. As we mentioned earlier, the song was originally written by Otis Redding and has become an anthem for women worldwide. When we're done, I'd like to invite all of our honorees to join us on the stage for some photos. Thank you all for joining us tonight, and now it's time for a little R-E-S-P-E-C-T.
Everything.
Let's have some fun. Come on.
Let's rock. Yeah.
I didn't mean to get the center microphone.
Cat, baby. Go for it.
There you go.
Come on.
I'm a B-53.
Come on. Let's do it.